Welcome back. A brand new post from Savannah Guthrie overnight about her mother, Nancy's disappearance 6 months ago. After she disappeared, quote, "There is a determination in us that cannot be quenched to find out what happened to her so that we can give her the dignity of a proper goodbye. We are begging for help. We will never stop looking for answers, and we will never stop looking for the light." It came on the heels of 2 released ransom notes with stunning details about her capture. With that, let's bring in retired FBI cyber investigator Darren Mott and forensics linguistics expert Robert Leonard. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. I want to focus in on these letters because it couldn't be in some ways more different. The first letter, a part of it reading, "We will be holding her for a maximum of 7 days. You will need to send Bitcoin in the amount of 4 million USD before 5 p.m. on Thursday the 5th. If payment is not received, the ransom will be increased to 6 million USD, which will need to be paid by 5 p.m. on Monday the 9th. If payment is not received by the last deadline on Monday the 9th at 5 p.m., she will be killed." The second ransom note saying, "Guthrie family, we did not fully grasp the seriousness of her physical condition. We never intended to hurt her. That was not our intention. She perished shortly after she was taken. We want your family to know this and hope you all can find peace. We are truly sorry." With that, Darren, I'll start with you. What do you make of these 2 letters, and what does it tell you?
Well, I think the interesting thing that is not kind of shown here is the email header information. So this was emailed to a news station, so there has to be information on how that delivery was made. There's also a Bitcoin address that's redacted in this note that is traceable by investigator. So I'm going to assume that some of that is still going on in the background, because if these individuals were familiar with cryptocurrency, this is likely not the only Bitcoin address or Bitcoin information that they have, so that's traceable. So some of that is interesting to me, and I think what they're hoping for is someone will be able to recognize some of the language used in these emails to identify someone who knows something.
Talk about specific language and linguistics, Robert. I know you have spent years covering this. You have experience from other cases like Ted Kaczynski where they have analyzed the language. What are you able to glean from this?
Well, there's a couple of things that can be done. For example, the FBI asked the Washington Post and the New York Times to publish Ted Kaczynski's manifesto, hoping that somebody would recognize some phraseology. And indeed, his brother and sister-in-law recognized "you can't eat your cake and have it too," and "cool-headed logicians." And they said, wow, that sounds just like Ted. And another is the Gidget letter, which was mailed to the FBI in 2006. Regarding an assassination of a federal prosecutor named Thomas Wales. And now we're shifting from being able to identify the phrases to another type of thing, which the FBI calls a poemic, which is an initialism, which I won't get into, but it means a red herring letter. So someone writes in a letter and says, "I killed so-and-so." For example, in my first murder case, which was Charlene Hummert in Pennsylvania, the so-called serial killer letter confessed to the murder of Charlene Hummert. But it was a phony letter and meant to drag the attention of investigators away from the actual perpetrators. If this sounds jumbled, it is, because we don't really know much about whoever sent these ransom notes. They may have had nothing to do with the woman's disappearance, and they may be trying to drag the attention of people away from the actual perpetrator.
Yeah, and Darren, quickly, we're almost out of time, but is there any tell in it for you about the authenticity of either or both of these?
The only one, in the first one, they mentioned the watch and the broken camera on the back door, which was not public knowledge at the time that these would have been sent. So that's the only thing that kind of sticks out to me as an identifier.
Darren,
so the
Robert,
phrase is,
go ahead.
Safe but scared might be something that someone might recognize. Gee, my friend always said that. Or buried in nature, which is actually a fairly common phrase. But maybe the two of them together will help be clues to find whoever wrote these letters.
Hopefully we get some clues to bring some closure to the poor Guthrie family. Robert, Darren, thank you for your insight. Very fascinating.
Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.